good morning from me and my tiny little vlogging camera. So I've bought their new like specific vlogging camera, which is this one here. It's a super wide angle lens. I don't love how much you can see in it because firstly it makes me really far away, and secondly you can see all my mess. But I have spent this morning on the phone trying to sort as much of this out as possible. I would like my camera fixing, and it is covered under warranty in Australia because I bought that camera in Australia, brought it over to the UK. So I spent the morning on the phone to Canon being like, hello, it's covered under warranty in a different country, don't really know how this works. Like, obviously probably not an issue they have all that often. Canon were actually very helpful, and hopefully it's going to be sent off and returned to me within 2 weeks. However, I might have to pay for that, which is absolutely fine. I kind of thought I would anyway, but I just wanted to see if I could use the warranty. I don't really know how these things work. Hopefully, my aim was I really want my G7X back before I go and see Taylor Swift because I really want to use the zoom. This camera does not have a zoom, and as you can see, it's a really wide angle lens. So a concert is gonna look, you won't see Taylor. She will be a tiny little pin figure, and I really want to vlog it. And also, I just prefer that camera, so we'll see. But good morning, welcome to the week. It is Monday, and I have been on the phone with Canon, been on the phone with their warranty support team, then been on the phone with the hospital because I'm finally gonna get an x-ray on my wrist. I don't even know if I've explained this injury, but basically hurt my wrist in Australia. It didn't get better, it got worse. And now I'm getting an x-ray, and it took a long time to organise that. So small wins. After doing all of that for the last couple of hours, I'm gonna go on a run, and I think I'm gonna attempt a 5k, a very steady slow 5k, because I've not ran for about a week, but we'll see. I just thought I would start this vlog off now. I can't really get over how close I need to hold this camera to my face for you to be like the same sort of distance away as my G7X. Like, I feel very near to you right now, but the lens is just a little odd. I'm somehow at kilometre 6, running very slowly, but like still pretty impressed. I'm also pretty shocked that I've been able to do this without stopping. I don't know where I've pulled this from. Okay, guys, it's been a few hours. I completed my run. I was very proud of myself, and I've actually just got a shower and got ready. I'm going to meet my friend Amelia out for dinner. I'm going to show you my outfit. I feel I won't have to stand as far back now. Just got on this little summery kind of cami top from Stradivarius. It's got this like flowery print on it. And then I do think I'm going to wear a leather jacket because it's actually not that warm. We're going to go for food, have a little catch up. I am actually also going to the Eras tour with Amelia. Amelia and I are like old time Taylor Swift friends. It's actually how we ended up becoming friends with each other way back when I was in like year 10 or year 9, I think. So we are going to the Eras tour in June, and this evening we have scheduled a little dinner in to plan our outfits. Honestly, this is girlhood. This is being a girl in 2024 during the Eras tour, because I was like, wait, we can't just rock up, we need to have a whole chat about this. So we are going for dinner, and that is the plan. And I realise it sounds a little silly, but I'm actually very excited. Also, look at this, like, what a nice evening. I'm about to walk to the pub now. Look how nice it looks. Anyway, I should bring you along. Let's go. Here's my food. We've accidentally ended up doing the pub quiz, but we're not doing very well. We are. Hold on, this could be another one where it's freakishly right.
John Sweet.
Oh. Never mind.
Well done, team.
J. We should have gone with a J name. Every other time we've picked J. I'm optimistic.
In what year was the original Bop It released?
I love Bop It.
Is it A,
They had it in Gilmore Girls.
1993?
I've never seen Gilmore Girls. That's old. That's old.
1990. Is it A?
Okay, so we are back on my old G7X. Now, I have not used this in a very long time. I basically have a drawer of camera equipment, and I only really ever use my same vlogging camera, whichever camera I'm using at the time. And I had this G7X sitting on a shelf, and it wouldn't power on. Honestly, this is such a stupid story, right? So I thought, oh, that's weird. I've kept a camera and it just doesn't work. Why have I not sold it or like traded it in for parts or just given it to CEX for like 30 quid? Genuinely was sat like, oh, so weird that it just won't power on. It didn't have a battery in it. It didn't have a battery, right? So there is an error with this camera. I don't know how well you can actually see it, hopefully not very well, but there's like a line across the screen, kind of like parallel with where my arm is now, where it goes darker. but in most lights you can't see that. So until I get my other camera back, we are using my old G7X Mark II. And when I've been doing some research over the last few days, a lot of people say the focus on this one is actually better than the Mark III, but we shall see. Basically, I'm having a complete nightmare at the moment. Canon have my camera. It arrived this morning. The G7X is a very temperamental, also this is my giant turtle, that's actually quite funny. They're a very temperamental camera. They break very easily. The G7X Mark II, which is this camera here, has a lot of issues with the screen coming off because obviously the screen flips up when you're vlogging. It's not held on very well, so it comes off really easily. The G7X Mark III, apparently the error code that my camera got is quite common. The lens sticks really easily. They're temperamental cameras, but for £1,000, I don't really think they should be. But they are the best vlogging camera. Like, I haven't ever found one that I thought, yeah, I'd rather use that. But for £1,000, I just don't think they should be breaking like that. Fair enough, it's probably my fault. I use it very haphazardly. I like fling my camera around all the time, and I do have it loose in handbags all the time. So I guess wear and tear is expected. But yeah, basically that is a little update. It is actually Wednesday now. I washed my hair yesterday. I didn't vlog because I didn't do anything. So I picked the camera up. Now that I've made my decision that I'm swapping back to these cameras, and I think I'm gonna take that other new one that I just got on Friday back to Curry's because I just don't really like it. I made an executive decision and now I do really need to crack on. My task for the day is basically to be converting my travel guides. So here I have a very poor example because it's formatted incorrectly of my travel e-guides, but you get the rough idea. This is in the wrong format, but and basically I'm kind of compiling it to be like one ultimate travel guide. So I've got my individual ones for if you're visiting just one country, but then I'm kind of currently working on one massive document where I compile all of my travel guides for Southeast Asia, depending on how long you want to be there. So I think they're going to be £6.99, which sounds more expensive, but obviously if you were to buy them all individually, they would be like £12. So it's actually helpful if you're planning a big trip to Asia and you want to visit multiple places. It saves you having to buy them all because they're going to be in one. However, in my head I thought this would be quite an easy task to compile all the scripts, but it's actually not because the PDFs, this is so boring, this is like proper technical boring talk, but the PDF document here basically is not formatted right to be able to copy and paste it over into the Pages app, which is the Apple software. This has been formatted and like finished in Adobe Illustrator, so the formatting doesn't transfer too well. So I've downloaded Adobe Acrobat this morning to be able to like actually convert the file, and I'm basically just faffing around, but I looked at this for too long and my brain started to just turn to mush because all of these are like, obviously this is very boring to look at, this is not what the travel guide looks like, but when I'm writing it out, especially because it's so much writing right now, I had a little break, but I'm gonna get back to it. Look, see, even further down it's formatted differently. It's so annoying. But basically the aim of that is that on Monday, so bank holiday Monday, the guides will be ready to go on my site. All being well, Tom and I are gonna have a big productive evening because I can do the writing and the photos, but Tom has to like put it together for me. And then guys, this is something I cannot believe. The reason I want them to go live on Monday, it's exactly a year since Tom and I launched the website and launched the travel guides, and I can't believe we've been selling them for a year. Like, honestly, this was kind of just like a little side hustle, and also because it's questions that we always get asked anyway. Like, we were always giving people the same kind of advice or like route recommendations or just tips and tricks for traveling, especially Southeast Asia. And I thought, why don't I actually write this down and make it look nice? And then we sell them for £2.99, which I think is very affordable. It's like cheaper than your average coffee. Put them on the website, and we had no idea how well they would do. We weren't really doing it to like, you know, make thousands and thousands, and we're selling them for £2.99. Like, it wasn't about that. I don't know if any of you actually even care about this. We're proud of it, and it's something that we've built together, and I love it when I like update the site or add new things. And obviously there's going to be new products on Monday, hopefully. And now the site itself actually gets like organic traffic that doesn't come from my Instagram or my TikTok. For example, it just comes up in the Google search. People buy the guides that maybe actually don't follow me or haven't seen my vlogs, but have just researched like Thailand travel guide or like cheap route around Vietnam recommendations or something like that. I think it's just, the website's something I'm really proud of. And anyway, went off on a little tangent there, but yeah, that's what I'm currently working on today, tomorrow, Friday, to get done for Monday, and I think we should manage it. You join me from Tom's car. I actually can't remember if I've told them that you got a car. Did I tell them that already?
I don't think you did.
Sometimes, guys, I forget what I've said in vlogs and what I've said in real life and like who I've had conversations with. Sometimes I'll genuinely be like, no, I told you, to my mum or somebody, and I'm like, no, I told the vlog. But Tom has a new car. It is a Volkswagen Scirocco.
It is. Same as what I had before, if anyone can remember what I had before.
Not the actual same car though.
No, not the same car, and slightly different spec, but yeah, pretty much the same.
It's nice because now, guys, I haven't driven my own car for like a month. I am taking advantage of being a passenger princess. I actually don't mind driving myself, but you know, if the offer's there for somebody else to drive.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we shared a car for like 2 years and it worked really well.
Well, because predominantly for 18 months of those 2 years we weren't.
Yeah, and we did make it work. I'd use the train a lot more and stuff, but the time came. The
time came for you to have a car. It's easier for you to get to work in a car.
It is, and it frees up yours, so.
Yeah, although since then, I've
then
actually not needed it.
It's not been used, typically.
It is handy.
It's fine.
What else was I just going to say? Oh, we are going to Tom's now to work on these guides some more. You guys saw it earlier today. I was like pulling the document up together. It's taken way longer than I thought it was going to.
It's going to be a long old shift.
Yeah, it's going to be a bigger job than I thought. And if you ever shop the website or just are browsing the website for anything else, it's only Tom and I that have worked on all of that. Like, nobody else has been involved from start to finish. That website is, like, to be honest, solely Tom's child. Like, that is nothing to do with anybody else. I was saying earlier, like, I am proud of it.
I'm really proud of it. It's come a long way.
I can't believe it's been a year.
Yeah, and it still looks like good.
I like it.
Sometimes like after you do like a design, like a year later you look at it and you think,
well, you do,
but I think it still looks really nice, the website.
Cracking open a cold one. Joking, it's in tonic water.
Probably is due a redesign soon.
Yeah, I was thinking that when I looked at the actual guides today. I thought at some point, are we going to go through them and completely redesign the whole e-guide? Potentially, maybe not redesign, but update. Yeah, it is a big job.
Not yet. That's something for the future, and we've got more time. But hopefully these guides will be really good, the new ones that we're working on. Do they know what it is yet?
Yes, I have told them.
Right, I think they'll be good.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Do you want to ask me and Tom if we've lost the plot? Listen to what we're listening to. If you've wondered what a behind the scenes of a project this big looks like, it's this. So Tom is working on this. We're not done. Back on. Also, you've closed it. I was showing them. This is what I've been writing on. This is how Tom makes it look. That's mine. That's Tom's. This is the difference between us. I can't take myself seriously with this music behind me. Macarena. Why are we listening to this?
It just came on. Apparently it's in my saved songs.
Anyway, guys, I think that tells you all you need to know. We have lost the will, but it's looking good. Just got a way to go. I knew we wouldn't finish at 10.
Well, we're not going past 11.
No. Good morning. Hello. I am currently walking the dog with my mum. Here is my mum. Hello. Here is the dog on said walk. I actually don't think I've mentioned in this vlog, but Harry is actually home from uni because he has finished his degree, fully done with university, completely. So I actually think I'm gonna film a mukbang update video for next week, because I actually asked on Instagram this morning for questions to do like a little update Q&A, and then I realised, well, actually Harry's home, we could definitely go and film this together. So I thought that that would be quite fun, and I think that's what we're gonna do this afternoon. But yeah, I just realised I haven't actually mentioned that. I can't believe a whole degree has passed. That's what I'm the most shocked at. That's what Harry was also saying the other day. Like, it literally feels like we just sent him to uni 2 weeks ago.
And now he's home.
And now he's done a whole degree. No, but all of his stuff's not here yet. I need to go back to his house to bring it home. But like, where's it actually gonna?
I've got no idea. Can't even fit his clothes in his cupboard what he's brought home.
Anybody that's moved home from uni, that actually moved back to a family house, where did you put all of this stuff that you acquired at uni? Because obviously I was only there for a year.
Yeah, but you brought it.
I did, but I also have an office space, like slash a junk room. Is it really an office at the moment, or is it just a clutter room?
Maybe we can just put his stuff in there.
It's full. The office is full. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. It is currently Thursday. I thought I'd just say hello, good morning, and I am currently watching the dog. Lottie, Lottie. Yeah. Got a little story time, guys. So I bought that camera last week that was in my vlog, and I went to Oxford Street to actually buy it in person because I wanted to see it so that I could check that I wanted to buy it, right? And I bought it from the shop, and I said, if I have any faults with this and I don't get on with it, what is your returns policy? And the girl said, you can return it as long as it's within 30 days and you've got the receipt and you've kept the packaging. And I thought, perfect, that's great. So I didn't like the image stabilization, which I would not have known from checking it in the shop. I needed to then plug the memory card into my computer to check that it worked how I wanted it to. And the girl at Oxford Street explained that to me, and I was like, that's great, thank you so much, paid for it. Just took it to this Curry's on St Andrew's Quay in Hull, and they were like, oh no, it's not non-refundable once it's opened. How am I actually supposed to know that I didn't like it without testing it? Like, that seems a bit ridiculous, doesn't it?
It does. You have to open the box to check it. Not gonna know you don't want it from staring at the unopened box.
And annoyingly, this camera comes with loads of little external additional parts. So it's got like a muff on the top for the sound, it's got a string, it's got a bag, all of that. Obviously I've got all of that stuff and it's in the box, but the box they came in is ripped. Like, it's not, I couldn't open those boxes without ripping them because I opened it on the train. So they're not in their original condition. However, little tiny cardboard boxes. The actual camera box that the camera's in is, you would not tell that it has been opened. It was perfect. The actual big box it all comes in, also perfect. There is nothing wrong with any of it. Like, they could resell that. And I asked the woman probably about 50 questions, didn't I?
Yeah, you went into Karen mode a little, but it's fair enough.
Because she went into Karen mode immediately. She was like, you can't return stuff. And I was like, well, that's not what the other lady in Oxford Circus said. And to start with, I was like, I was more genuinely shocked because I thought it would be an easy swap. And then I was like, okay, if you're gonna speak to me slightly condescendingly, which she was a little bit, I'll be a Karen back, because that's not what I was told. This is why you don't swap from the G7X, you just stick to the same camera that you know. Huge unslay from me. Huge unslay from Currys in Hull, by the way. Oh, hi, I just got an email saying to give you a call on this number.
Can I take your full name, please?
Yeah, it's Molly Thompson. Actually, how has this week ended up costing me so much money? The bottom line of this is, you guys probably don't care. I'm just having a mare. I'm just having one of those weeks where absolutely everything seems to be going wrong. And do you know what's really annoying? I was talking to my mum about this. I keep trying to do like acts of really good karma. Like, I'm trying to be a nice person. Like, I'm just trying to put good into the world. Like, little things this week where I haven't had to help people out, but I'm like, I will help you because I want to. I do believe karma comes back around. So like, just little tiny things, nothing massive. And yet I seem to have been hit with the worst luck this week. Like, the camera again. Even just now when I went out to film that drive with me, the amount of near misses I just had on the road, like 2 separate people pulled out on me. And like, if I had not been alert, I would have been in a car crash just then. I was like, oh my God, there's so much going on right now. I feel stressed. I feel like the world is testing me. What does it mean? What does it mean? Does it mean something? Or am I being over dramatic? I don't think I am being over dramatic complaining about like £800, because I do feel as though that's quite a lot of money. Did you click on this vlog for a complain video? Probably not. This is also how you know I'm doing like a full 180 in my personality, because do you know what I want to do to like clear my head right now and to just get out of this funk that I'm in? I want to go running. When did that happen? When did that transition happen in my brain where I thought that will make me feel better? Because once upon a time that would have been like my worst nightmare. That would have been like a further punishment, and now I really want to put my trainers on and just go out with my headphones on. So weird. Who is she? Who is she? It's one of those days. Just one of those days. It's one of those weeks. You joined me at dinner time. I'm now in the kitchen preparing some food, and by preparing I mean I'm cooking some veg, and my mum has put the other things in the air fryer because I don't really know how to use the air fryer still, but I've air fried my, oh God, I've steamed up potatoes. And also I bought this, like, I don't really know how to describe what it is. Today when I was in Morrison's I saw this, which is like fake chicken escallop. And I don't know if I've ever had an actual escallop. I actually don't think that I have. But it's basically got cheese in it, which I'm pretty excited about. So fake chicken and cheese breaded. They're only little, so I've done my potatoes and a load of broccoli, because you guys know how I feel about broccoli. And this is my little meal for one, because then this evening I have a very exciting visitor arriving that you're probably going to see in this vlog. So stay tuned for that. But that's why I'm eating on my ones, and this is what I'm having. There we go. Why does it actually look really plain? But it looks like it's going to taste nice. I've also fried the broccoli in soy sauce. This is my top tip if you want to make it taste of something that's not like broccoli. That's my recommendation.
Hey, so, broccoli, let's make it not taste of broccoli.
Yeah, I know. This looks a very student meal actually, doesn't it? Me from the car, I've had my dinner now, and the visitor that I was mentioning in the last clip is our friend Josh from Melbourne. Has flown all the way from Melbourne and is getting into Beverley on the train. He has just started a big old like 4-month backpacking trip of Europe and then Southeast Asia. I was gonna say Beverley is his first stop. Technically London is his first stop. He's coming up from London and we're about to go and pick him up. We have not seen him since we left Melbourne in October. I can't believe he's gonna be here. Don't you just think it's so random?
It's weird he's here. Like, he was just saying like he just came into Hull on the train, which is just a weird thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's just been in Paragon. Like, what's all that about?
I know, it's so weird. You know when you see somebody that's just like out of their context and out of their environment, it's absolutely that. And all of the time we were in Melbourne, we were like, oh, when you come to England you should try like this and like Greggs and Yorkshire puddings and a Tesco meal deal.
He's taken for a Greggs.
Yeah, but it was at that point sort of hypothetical because he had this like travel trip planned, but it wasn't like set in stone. And we kept being like, oh, you'll have to try this and we'll take you to the Humber Bridge and we'll take you to Beverley and like all of this and all of this. And now it's actually happening.
I kind of just thought like it would never happen.
I know, but he is a follower througher.
Oh no, I'm glad. I am really glad, but not even that I didn't think he'd ever do it. It just felt so far away that it wasn't real, and now it's like, oh, this is happening.
It's still so random to me. Like, he's obviously going to be quite jet lagged. He only actually landed into the UK yesterday. But depending on how he feels, like the potential of him actually going into Beverley Town Centre on a Friday night is hilarious to me. Like, that's just really funny. Like, what do you mean? This is like such a small town.
When's this going up, by the way?
Tomorrow morning.
It's tomorrow morning, okay.
Practically live.
I was going to say a surprise that we're doing, but I won't, just in case Josh watches the video.
We have got a little surprise, but I don't think that's exciting to anybody other than Josh, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, we need to go get him from his train. Let's go! I am back at home. We collected Josh, as you saw, and then we went to get a KFC because that was his request after arriving in the UK. Apparently we have different KFC, but he was very happy with that. And now I have come back home. He's actually staying at Tom's house in Tom's spare room, and I've just come home to do some work. He's very jet lagged, as you can imagine. Literally just landed in from Melbourne, so he's getting some rest, and I have come to continue typing away. And I've been editing this vlog, and honestly I've just been in two minds about even posting it because quite honestly I have not really left my bedroom this week. It's been one of those weeks that I had sort of deliberately scheduled into my calendar because all of the month of June is like very busy. Like, I'm bouncing around a lot. I've got a lot of different things on in different locations, so I knew that I kind of needed a week to just be on top of working from my laptop. But that makes an incredibly boring vlog, and I watched it back and I thought, Molly, you've complained the whole vlog. And it really, like, I started a couple of clips back. It's just been one of those weeks, but it really has been one of those weeks. And I watched it back and I thought, nothing that you have complained about is that deep, and you're gonna get comments being like, what right do you have to complain? And honestly, fair enough. Like, I actually don't have any, and these little annoyances I think are the kind of thing you complain about to yourself or to your family or friends, but when you open it up to a wider audience you just realise like that's not that deep. Like, but then I'm always so conflicted, and I spoke about this on Instagram. I love uploading to YouTube consistently because some of you guys watch these homey chatty vlogs and genuinely prefer them, and I appreciate that because I'm sort of like that when I watch people on YouTube. As the creator, I find it incredibly boring if you compare this sort of video and my life right now to say this time last year when I was literally road tripping Western Australia in a camper van, and I'm like, the two are not comparable to me. I understand why people might not click on this to watch it, and I'm just saying that honestly. I think because I've been uploading to YouTube for such a long time, when I have weeks like this, I don't have anything to say that I've not already said. Like, you know, if you guys are watching this, maybe you work over a job where every week is fairly similar, or you do the same rough tasks every single day. If you were to repeatedly film that, eventually you'd be like, God, that's repetitive for people to watch back. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making any sense. Basically, if you've got to this clip, please know that I did not intend to just sit and have a complain and a moan and a whinge. That's just the way the week went, and that's just the way the vlog went, and I've got to the end of it, and actually tonight has been lovely. Like, it was so nice to see Josh, and like Tom and I both said, so bizarre. It feels like, you know, when you have dreams and you're like, oh well, I was in my hometown but then this random person from Australia was there. Felt like that. I am so excited for the next vlog, which will be up next Saturday with him, because we're actually doing a little tour of the UK. Very little tour of the UK, to show him the sights, to show him the cities. We're going to a couple of different places. Obviously it's bank holiday weekend, we have big plans, and I think that it'll be really fun to show an Aussie around the UK. He's never been before. There'll be a bit more going on and hopefully a bit less complaining, and maybe I'll get my camera back. Anyway, if you have got to this point, thank you so much for watching. As you've seen, I've spent most of my week working on my website. Those travel guides will be out on Monday. If you want to have a look on the website right now, it's always linked down below. And other than that, I shall see you guys on my channel with my brother on Tuesday. Goodbye.